capacity, building leadership capacity, reframing the succession challenge. Now, when we start talking about capacity, we're talking about extending yourself. Superintendent just talked about it. He was saying he can't do everything. He had this person doing this person doing that. That is building capacity in people. That's actually building capacity in people because he's granting you the experiences to do that. So he's building you as a leader. And as leaders, we have to find ourselves not to be so selfish that we won't provide the opportunity for people to serve. That's like a succession plan almost. Because when he steps off the scene, whatever area that he's built you in, you're able to continue to carry that. The problem is, in ministry, is that we are not providing those opportunities for people for whatever reason. Because we're trying to keep it to ourselves. Look, I've been looking for somebody to try to do the play myself. They don't want to do it. I'm like, anybody, look, I just want you to, they want this. They want the money. They want to be up before the people. Saying all that stuff. You don't want to work. They don't want to be up all night like I was last night, making sure, hey, you should be on that plane. Are you up? Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Are you up? You got a flight out here. 5:30. I need you on it. Let's go and keep trying to find another one. Right. You know, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to work all day long without work and then go to the church, work at the church, then go home, open up your computer, and you still work. You about to 4 hours of sleep, and you're back up at it again. See, leadership, you call to this thing. See, I eat, breathe, live leadership. That's what I do. When I die, y'all can just put it up at leadership. Come on. I've been trying to get my little Paul made for my casket because y'all gonna put it over for me. Excellence is the stand on my Paul. Don't put all the flowers around me. Put all the flowers around me. Go invest that money in Autism Our World. Some autistic kids. I need y'all to give some money to them. It's all written out. Don't be doing all of that. Put me up there, put a candle up there. Oh, even open the casket. Just cover me up. Because y'all ain't gonna see me no way. Look at me now. Alright. Look at me. Look at me now. I'm standing straight up. No, it's gonna be closed. That's gonna be closed. They already know. It's already written out. But that's what we do as leaders. We build people. We encourage people. We here today, the people who are here, you've been here because you want better. Yeah. You want more. You want to be the leader that God has helped you to be. And everything that we're putting into these takeaways, we want you to take it away and go back and implement it. It's nothing like going to a professional development or going somewhere, getting information and going back and putting it on the shelf. Yeah. Go back to your local churches and implement it. Go back and study it and read it. Okay, so we're going to start here. My first slide says, sounds familiar. Does this sound familiar? I have a great team. They're great people, but I still feel like I'm doing all the work. I've tried to put training in place for my staff or volunteers, only to have them tell me they don't have time for it. Does it sound familiar? Do stuff in place in the church, put different things in place. I don't get it. Some things you can make time for, because we make time for every people want to. Some things you can make time for. When I talk to my team about stepping up, they think I'm being critical of them. Are there people on your team that you just want them to step up? But they want to say you're being critical, or you're being, judgmental, or you're just being too hard. No, they ain't being hard when they tell you to be on time at work. They ain't being hard when they tell you need to do this, that, and at work. But then when we come to the church, as leaders, then we feel like we can do anything, what we want, how we want, where we want. We don't do that. And you'd be like, well, church, no, this is God's church. This is the biggest business there is. Because when you close your eyes, Apple, a Spring IS, I text them, call them, oh, I was getting trophies to the man people. Did you ask me to go get trophies to the man people? Come on in now. The table is free. I love it.
Not the table.
I got some friends. Come in here. But then when we come to the church, we don't want to be accountable. Pastor will point us over something. He being critical. He want me to be here. He want me to do that here.
Speak it.
It's a problem. It's a problem. I hold many different, I wear a lot of different hats. I can miss it. I mean, like, lately I've been missing a lot in my local church, but I guarantee my pastor know everywhere I am.
Right?
You haven't seen it, right? He's the answer here.
I know that's right. Wow.
Come up to me and speak to me and say, hi, how you doing? I've been missing you. You don't know what's going on in my life. I want to set expectations and follow up when they're not being met, but I'm accused of micromanaging when I do so. No, if Pastor said he wants this at 5 o'clock, we're going to have it there at 4:55.
Come on.
Because I don't like his eyes going to be looking at it.
Yeah. Come on.
Quite a micromanaging.
Right.
This is just the expectation. It's our culture. This is what we do. Then people look at you and think you're trying to be hard, you're trying to be nasty. No, I'm just trying to be in line with what the pastor wants. I'm trying to honor leadership. This is what we're supposed to do. Why can't we do that? But when it comes up for reassignment, and then you want to be in your position, you don't know why he took you out. But this is why he took you out. Because we can't find you. We ain't gonna be the first one standing on the door during the convocation. No, we ain't seen you like this.
Come on.
We ain't seen you. What you been? Where you been?
Come on.
When I describe high standards or excellence, there's always someone who feels like I'm being carnal and not in the spirit. I'm not here to be in the spirit with you right now. We're not having a revival. We're not having an evangelism meeting right now. This is just facts. This is what we need. You're a leader. See, leaders have different types of. You're called to a different place when you're a leader.
That's right.
You got to have some tough skin. You can't just, you have to be able to take some stuff when you were talking about leaders. So does any of that sound familiar? The big question becomes, how do you take ordinary people and develop extraordinary leaders? How do you take just regular people, I'm talking about your dark Christ people, I'm talking about you've been in their life in church all that, I'm talking about just ordinary people. And you know sometimes those ordinary people make some of the best leaders. You ain't connected to nobody. It's just because you have the willingness to come and be faithful, available, and teachable. And that's what daddy calls fat.
Come on.
I need some fat people. When I was growing up, he used to say, I need some fat people. Some fat people right there. I need some faithful, available, and teachable people. If you're faithful, you're available, you're teachable, I can do something with you. But sometimes we come in with all of our stuff and can't nobody do nothing with us. But we're talking about capacity, building capacity. When we start talking about building the capacity, and I'm going to go into the definition of that, I always wonder about the why of things. Why are we building capacity in people now? I've come to the day that we have to grow our own. Everybody say, grow your own. Grow your own. Have to grow your own. I can go in the store and it just ain't the sucker of fruit or stuff, not the same. The grow your own stuff. That's like that's what my church would say. You have to grow your own.
Keep asking for
You have to grow your own. When you get people in ministry, they may not be what you want them to be. But when they get there, you grow your own people. If you grow them and develop them into leaders, they will be there with you. Yeah. We have a leadership cycle in my outcome-driven, service-oriented, relationship-centered. There are three things to be a leader in our district. You have to be outcome-driven, service-oriented, or relationship-centered. Those three things. And under those three, they have different areas, like under outcome-driven, that focuses on student-focused, data-driven, manages change, continuously grows. Relationship-centered, you build trust, collaborate, embody integrity, and show compassion. And under service-oriented, you communicate effectively, your team focus, empower others, and celebrate success. So when it comes to our ministry, our leaders, what is your leadership definition in your church? What is it that's something that they have to embody at the Word of Life, at the hour of hope, at Mount Zion? What does every leader in your church have to possess? Every leader should possess certain attributes to represent your ministry. It's just like you said, if the pastor nice and stuff, if you crazy and tell them go out, they don't go together. So what is your leadership definition when it starts talking about you have to grow your own? You can tell people who are connected to their leader because they exhibit those behaviors of their leader. Anytime I see someone, it could be in our local church, and I don't care, they go back to tell bishop, they go back to tell whoever they want to tell. Because if the pastor put it in place, it's his system, he put it in place. I'm just following the system. So if they get off track, and I go to them, I'm nice, don't be nice and talk to them appropriately, but I'm going to take them. If they out there and the bishop and the pastor just said, this is what we're going to do, and they go out here and they talk to somebody else in the hall about it in a negative way, people hear from me. Because I'm on that team. I'm on team Honor, team Bishop, team Pastor. You're not going to be out here talking the thing down. Guess what? If you say something to them, they're not going to go back and tell the pastor what you said. Why? Because they should have been talking and they're going to tell them themselves. Because they're going to first off have to say, well, what is it? What were you out there saying for them to tell you? Like, okay, so come and say that to me. So be clear. Don't ever worry about going out and defending what your pastor says or whatever he puts in place or somebody going back over it. No, you go tell them because they're going to go back there and tell them. Then, oh, you should have been like was out there saying, well, why was she saying it? Well, then you're going to say what you said.
Right.
Which means that's why she said what she said. Because you're out there talking down my service.
Yeah.
But they're talking down my plan. So when we talk about societal culture versus church culture here, it's two different things in our church when we start talking about capacity building. What keeps us from building out our capacity in our church? I have societal culture and church culture. Under societal culture, it covers norms, expectations, and shared values in society or a group of people working in a particular place, such as your experience, skill set, drive, and your passions about whatever it is. Under church culture, I have a question mark there. When it comes to capacity building, think about some things in the church that keeps you from, I guess, moving to the next level. What are some things that might keep you from moving to the next level? Pride. What are some things that keep you from moving to the next level of the church? Got it, pride. Finances.
Yeah.
You gotta have money. You gotta have money. You gotta have money. What else keeps you from moving to the next level?
Lack of knowledge.
It's a huge thing in the church. Got it, Christ. Somebody else said. No legacy. That's the thing in our church. No legacy. Like tradition. Faithfulness.
Lack of knowledge.
Keep you from moving to the next level. Attitude. Change. Negative exposure. Okay. Yes. One thing that keeps us from moving to the next level in the church of God in Christ is age. I go there and I talk about capacity building because my father passed away last May. When he died, it's like, who get the church? Well, I couldn't become a pastor, y'all, because I'm related. I couldn't. So I can't take the church, because the church got Christ, because it wasn't, hey, I went down there. Didn't do it though. So we look at the people who was in my father's church, okay, so who's that? I always had 10, 11 ministers, they always building capacity people. But some people you can pour into and they just never really get it. And they don't have it. So my father passed it. Church is there. Bishop has the church now. But who's going to get the church? Is the next question. We have to begin to build capacity in people so when you pass from the scene, whether you're pastor, you're bishop, you're administrator, you're choir director, you're usher, so when you die, you have a pool of people that's just waiting to go up, regardless of age. Regardless of age. It's do you have what is necessary to take on this position? And have we built this capacity in people? We build capacity in people by providing experiences for them, giving them the opportunity to do things, such as Joshua and Moses. See, he was ready to lead. He was ready to step up. Because he had been there the whole time. He had been with them. He had walked with them. He had studied him. He had been there. So in our leadership positions, like I'm an administrator, I'm really not so mad. Because I'm coming up off of this thing. We ain't gonna be here forever. People leave here every day. But who are we prepared to be the next? Who's gonna step up? We have to be taught how to put these people in place. Capacity building is a crucial concept that strengthens an organization's operations and it enables it to be better and achieve its mission. Capacity building involves a set of activities and decisions aimed at enhancing an organization's ministry, capabilities, and it focuses on developing skills, knowledge, and resources to improve overall effectiveness. So, when I see stuff like things that need to be filled or gaps in ministry in the local church, if I see a young person, it's just like, we needed, I don't have time to do video, I don't have time to do all this stuff, okay? I just don't. I was doing that through the pandemic because we had to have somebody in this place. But you have to fill in, when you're leaders, you fill in whatever the gap is until somebody comes. But sometimes you have so many gaps, you have to see which one is most important and prioritize that until the person comes. Because it's nothing like having people come and you put them in a place and they do nothing with it. It's nothing like that. So you just fill in the gaps until you get the right person to put in there. So I told some of the young people the other Sunday, I was like, look, y'all walk this church, y'all video, y'all take snap, y'all do it. Send it to me and I'm gonna post it. Yeah. I ain't got time. Yeah. I'll give you 10. Video it, send me the video, I can never know. Yeah. Y'all know how to do it. Put the stuff on there and send it to me. And I tell y'all, yeah, we're gonna post this, put this through it. So by the time I get home from church, they texted me all over the church and, you know, look, okay, that's good. No, put out that, you know, because they get a little out there sometimes on the TikTok and do some other stuff, because they had that course thing going on. Of course I'm good. I said, of course I'm not doing that. So they want to do that, so they put the things together. It's not about the age, it's about building capacity, because somebody built it in. They allowed me to participate in church. Sunday school. They allow me to come to Sunshine Band. They allow me to get up and read the scripture. They allow me to supposed to be teaching these grades. We over here in church. I'm confused when we come to meeting after meeting after meeting, and the pastor's asking me to do things that we haven't done yet. We all said we chose a place to be. Some people don't have a choice. You place because God said you have to be going to do this for this time. Some of us as leaders, we say, oh, I chose to go. No, you might not have chosen it. You might be there because God had you there for a purpose. Besides you just, oh, I guess I'm welcome. Yeah, you feel welcome. God will treat you there to do some work. You come here just to sit down. Yeah, you come to serve. But then it's up to the pastor too. They have a discernment of spirits. Oh, where you going to serve at? Some of us not ushers. You want to be an usher, so you don't smile. You can't be an usher. So don't you welcome nobody. No, we good. No, we're not trying to stifle your spirit and the gift of God. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
We'll find somewhere else, but it's not there. It's not there. Sometimes, like we call it, the pastor is the leader. He's the one. And he sees, the pastor sees things that we cannot see.
Right.
I know we think we know it all, we can see it all. But no, there's some things that the pastor sees that we cannot see. The purpose of capacity building, 3 things: strengthening operations and enhancing impact and sustainability. Strengthening operations. Capacity building ensures that the ministry functions effectively and efficiently. So we have to establish systems when we start talking about capacity building. Nobody's putting all this stuff in place to micromanage you. I promise you. We have systems in place because it helps the pastor to function. It helps the leaders to be able to carry out and make progress in what we do. Nobody cares. We really don't want. We really don't want to do this, but we have to do it so they can operate on it. Just think about if I did not have systems in place serving Bishop Bryant, Bishop Sheard, my campus, Dr. Hinojosa. You have to have systems. We got to departmentalize this stuff. You got to have systems. And anything that somebody do is going to throw your system off if they're not following it.
Yeah.
So let's say I have a system of, at my office, this is what I need you to do, I need you to do. This is what you do for a requisition. You want to get your refund on something or your money, and we've approved for you to do something at the church to pay for something. I need you to make sure that you submit a requisition to me. I will make sure that it's submitted to the finance office. So then, through the finance office, they will then cut you a check. But then you don't want to come this way. You don't want to do the requisition. You just want to go over here and get your money. The people don't understand. That mess your whole system up. When you moving fast and you're doing multiple things, you have to have systems in place. Oh, she just want me to come in. No, ma'am, I don't want you to come in because I really don't want to see you. I don't want you to come on. That's a fact. I don't want you to come through me. It's the system that we have that keeps everything rolling. If I don't have a system in place, we don't have systems in place for our pastors, for our churches, things get off. I would have Bishop going to Egypt and he's supposed to be going to Chicago. Come on. If I didn't have systems in place. So you have to have a system of how you operate. Okay? So when you have this capacity building in place, it helps to strengthen your operations because you have multiple people in multiple places doing multiple things. Enhancing your impact enables the ministry to better achieve their goals and serve their stakeholders. It gives more boots on the ground and sustainability. By building capacity, ministries become more resilient and sustainable over time. This is the setup for the succession plan. This is where, when you step off the scene, and I know y'all don't want to talk about passing away at 9:59. And when you leave here, it's important that there is somebody left behind to take your place. Now, if I pass away, I can sit over there. Okay, y'all call everybody. I'm good. I'm good. And that's how I feel about death and life. If you live right and you do right, When everything is perfect here, you still have some things you have to do here. But when you go on to be with God, I'm your child. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to be with him. But when you move out of that place, God is so see, that's how it works. You know, right. You know, you go, ain't nobody coming. And that's how the generations and how the church started dying out. Because you move it. And we keep having people move. They move and ain't nobody coming. But we won't put nobody in because of their age, because of whatever, schism, egos, whatever. Because we won't provide that opportunity for other people. So building capacity is very important in multiple ways, not just so somebody can be here to serve today, but so somebody can be here to serve tomorrow. Because it continues to go. So capacity is a big thing now. It's not in the corporate world, it's a big thing in life in general. It's in our families. Building capacity in our families. When you step off the scene, capacity building is everywhere. We have some key components I want you all to look at when you get a chance. We're going to talk about these: leadership development, resource mobilization, competence-based approach, assessment-based strategies, and customization. All of these are different key components that I will go into on today. Y'all can go back and read those. And I put that in the PowerPoint in front of you in my outline. I will be able to get everything to people, and you can read this. This has some characteristics of individuals. Building capacity in people. Sometimes people don't build capacity in people because they want to be known. They want to be your it. You just thought you were. It's got to be more than one person to make sure that the mission is accomplished. It just can't be one person. Yes, you did everything. So we have the self-confidence. You need to be confident in yourself. You need to have high IQ. People. EQ. Your emotional function. Forget intelligence. You need emotional confidence to deal with people as a leader. Wow. All that emotional, you know, they come up to you and you've been acting out. Moments. But do you have the ability? I think it's in the salvation. I ain't saying you saved enough. Do you have the emotional? Sometimes you just have to make a conscious decision. Because you would lay down your salvation so you can go there, right? Yeah. So it even goes beyond salvation sometimes. Saying, I'm saved, I don't do that. No, I made a conscious decision that I'm not going to slap you. That was a conscious decision. I mean, that was something as a leader, I made that decision. So when you are trying to build capacity in people, you have to be confident, you have to be responsible, you have to have some sort of influence, you have to be resilient. Because in this walk, you're constantly being knocked down. I mean, bishops, pastors, missionaries, you're constantly being knocked down. But you still got to get up and serve them. Talk about it. And that's God. That ain't ever God that keeps you coming back. Are you strong enough to serve somebody who disrespects you? But God said keep serving. That's my leadership. Help us. This work right here ain't for the thing. This right here, you got to have a made up mind. You got to be saved, sanctified, have Jesus. the Holy Ghost, and a counselor.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Come
counselor.
on, counselor.
Yes. Yes.
I don't want to say, that would be your best friend sometimes. And ain't got to say that, you just go sit there. How much is it?
That's right there.
Have you signed up on the third day plan? Every third day.
Yep.
I ain't coming here for that. I just come to get work for the third. I'll be like next month. I went somewhere the other day and I went out. Ooh, that was good. I'll be like next month. But then you got to for you to continue to work in ministry and do this. It's a hard work. Everybody says it's easy. Yeah, we get up, we dress up, baby, it's some hard stuff. But you got to know what you signed up for. And you just keep coming back. Okay, y'all, I'm about to 5. I'm down. Integrity, you got to have integrity. Look, ladies, you got to have some integrity.
Yeah.
Men too, because them ladies will hit you up. So when you talk about characteristics, you have to have integrity. You have to have integrity. You have to have integrity. Something else I want to say that I can't say. I'll tell you on the side of the video. Sorry, principles of capacity, because I'm out of time. Principles of capacity building, I have those listed there. When you're developing capacity in leaders, you have to pray for them. Earnestly pray for them. Pray for the people that you're working with. Encourage personal development. Tell them they need to develop themselves. Ain't no wrong with going out and developing, getting personal development, or professional development, seeking out other opportunities, getting information. They need to expand their network. You just don't talk to folk in COGIC. I don't just hang out with folk in COGIC. I hang out with people here, over there, because that's where I learn stuff.
Right.
That's how you connect with people. You network. See, people who've been in that same little fishbowl all the time, that's all they know.
Come
They don't know
on.
nothing else. They don't know nothing else. That's why people come up to church and fight you over their seat. Because that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else.
Wow.
See, they ain't been nowhere with nobody else. They ain't been talking to nobody else. That's why I sit there and I look at maybe you can have a seat because I know what my name is. But I just say, you don't have to call my name because guess what? I'll let name call a name by nothing either. That's just building it up for yourself. You have to call me. And I mean, because I think about it, like even with the national, I was one of the first national people in our jurisdiction to be told me, but I'm not connected to Bishop Burnett because he's in the general board. He didn't pull me up there. I didn't get nothing after he got there. The Lord did that. So you don't have to do anything. Expand your network. Expand your thinking. Challenge them to think bigger. Challenge the people to think bigger. Talk about raising your own bar and challenge them incrementally and create incentives. Okay, we gone. I can't get to the rest of it. But it says consistency. Consistency transforms average into excellence. That is what's on my wall in my office. When you walk in. Right side, growth. No, mindset is everything. It's on one wall. And it talks about consistency. Is what brings about excellence. Whatever you do, make sure you're consistent in what you do. Be consistent in what you do, and then you will be a success. I had so much that I wanted to say to you all today, but I can't say it at this time. But I wanted to know, pastors, you know that I'm thankful for the opportunity to come here and serve. I'm always here to serve and to support our jurisdiction and our leadership pastors, or anybody who needs assistance at any time. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Pastor.